and -8. So with the wind chill, it's chilly. Let's just say that. So I did get out to the shed, and I will shoot the shed here momentarily, but I did manage to get out there. And thank you, Tilly family. Again, you have come through for us so many times. I got a nice shovel there for hacking up the driveway. I got a couple of bow saws here, nice big one here, so no problem cutting those timbers downstairs. Even found a circular saw and a blade as well. So again, thank you to the Tilly family. We had bed sheets, there was beds, like, yeah, we've been able to live here without having to go out and purchase thousands of dollars worth of supplies. So thank you very much to the Tilly family for that. So I am gonna pop out to the truck and load up the jack posts and bring those in. Hey, jack posts are in the house. The 12-foot 6x6 is down the basement, and now it's, oh my gosh, the wind. I had to drag everything sadly up the hill because the truck didn't make it. So just gonna swap out the truck and then back to the house. Hello everybody. Okay, we're getting some bracing put down in the basement here. I got my 6x6x12. We're gonna chop this one up into a 6.5-foot piece and a 5.5-foot piece. So the larger piece is gonna cover 1, 2, 3, 4 joists. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next piece will cover 1, 2, 3. So hopefully get things a little bit stabilized here, and maybe even do a little bit of a lift. So we'll see how this goes. I'll set up the time lapse. I found a handy dandy saw, some bow saws in the shed outside, so I'm gonna take advantage of some of the tools I got here, and we're gonna cut this up, and I'll throw up the time lapse and see how this goes. Okay, this is not working out. I need an extra set of hands here, and Emily has just gone out to get her hair cut. So I'm gonna have to wait till she comes back so I don't kill myself or bust something up really bad down here. Anyways, supper at 5 o'clock. We're going out to M's Diner with Nan and Pop. Happy birthday, Nan! Yeah, and then I will be back, hopefully with an extra set of hands, and be able to get this jacked up tonight. So stay tuned.
I know.
Okay, we're back at it. Emily's just gonna take...
Jen.
Say hi, Jen. Jen has doubled in size in the last 6 months.
Should we do a...
Yeah, Norwegian forest cat?
Yeah, they don't stop growing till they're 5 years old, so...
Yeah, so she's not full grown. Terrifying.
Yeah, this is
Anyways,
big baby.
Emily's gonna take her up, and then we're gonna get started. I've got an extra set of hands now, so I won't have everything falling down around me. I just got the post kind of propped up with 2 chairs, but extra hands, this should go a little bit more smoothly. So I'm just gonna throw the camera on the stand for time lapse. we have spanned 1, 2, 3, and 4. So first thing we noticed when we put this beam in place and we put the post here is that when we were trying to push the post up, first thing we did is we hit this beam here. So this is the second one over from the end. So this is obviously dropped much lower, hence why this old bracing was here. They were trying to stop this beam from dropping. So we had about, I don't know, about 1/2 inch, I would say. So we've pushed this beam up, certainly a 1/4 inch for sure, so that we could get this touching on both sides. And I'm not sure how much that's touching there. It's definitely, we've got it up on this side for sure, and that's putting some pressure on there. Sadly, we only had, this has all been done from tools found in the shed or around the house. But this little guy here, and that's, that spanner's opened up all the way, and that's all we could, we've tightened it as much as we could. I couldn't find a pipe or anything here to give us a little bit more leverage for a better fulcrum. But yeah, here we are. So at least we know we've supported an area that was sagging. We've got a little bit of lift on that beam right there, so not a bad thing. And we need a little bit more 2x4 in order to do the other beams, so that's not going to happen tonight. And I'd also, we're quite high up on this pin here. I'd like a little bit more room, so what we're going to do is we're going to tomorrow we'll put a jack here and under this beam here, and we're going to push this up while we take this one back out. We're going to go 1 pin up to shrink this space here, which will give us more opportunity to crank that higher as we start to try to level the house. Well, not level the house, but right some wrongs that have been made over the years is what we're trying to do here. This will give us some temporary support in the meantime, so we know we're not, the house is not dropping any further. So tomorrow, we'll also be doing, so we're gonna be missing this section here, but we're gonna support here on this beam. We're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. This will be an interesting job tomorrow. I'm not sure what's gonna happen because this area here is where we have the biggest drop upstairs. So this one here, this middle one here, the one that goes right over the shower, is supporting wall for the dining room and the staircase. And so we know that is probably one of the biggest drops, I think, in the house, which is about 3.5 inches. So hopefully we'll shore that up tomorrow. So okay, good morning. Next day, we still got our beam up. I do have to, I'm running out of room on my pin here to adjust my adjusting pin. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to temporarily jack this section here. We're going to remove this one here, and then we're going to go up 1 pin and then put it back, and then I will remove the temporary jack here. So, and then we'll get started on the other beam. Fun times. Okay, so we've got that one. We've gone 1 step up on the pin. So I got a little bit more space on the adjustment pin, so I can actually get this jacked up. So similar on this side. So this will give me lots of room to make adjustments. I just need a much larger crescent wrench or spanner to jack this up a bit. So we're gonna do the same thing here. Use an extension cord just to hold this up temporarily so I can get this done myself. This is my last day here before I head back to Calgary, so frantic to try to get some loose ends tied up, so to speak. So I'll pop you on the time lapse and you can watch this one. Okay, so not sure if you caught it in the video and the time lapse, but a couple of plates from Railway. Be very cool if these were original to Newfoundland's original railway. I can't imagine they're not, considering where the house is located and some of the little treasures we found in here. So believe it or not, these were under one of the jack posts that was supporting some sagging. So a very cool find. Those will clean up nice. Okay, and there we go. I can take off my ugly extension cords that were holding up my post. So we've got those two beams in place right now. I'll hopefully get a chance to borrow a adjustable wrench and get back here and start really cranking this one up, because unfortunately this jack post here, it's an older jack post, and the crescent wrench that I need, sorry, the crescent wrench that I have is not big enough to span this this size. It's slightly larger. Anyways, I'll come back later today and hopefully get some adjustments done on this, because you can see we've got a bit of a gap right now up at the top, quite a substantial gap, and that would have everything to do with this beam right here. So we know this is one of our culprits for sagging, so this will hopefully jack this one up a bit when we get this one plumbed up and up to the top. Okay, so just doing a lot of running around trying to get as much stuff done as I can before I leave here tomorrow morning. So I got a lovely pipe wrench and a pipe to give me a little bit of leverage. So we're just gonna do a few cranks here and see if we can get this back up to level. I apologize about the furnace kicking in there. Just gonna bring you a little bit closer as you can see the gap. Sorry, a little bit better here. So you can see the gap up at the top there. Let's see if we get you a little bit of a better shot here. Okay, so what were the results of that jacking that I did downstairs? That's it. So we actually went from this top line here. This is our new level line, getting a little bit closer to the floor. Won't be doing any more jacking now at all. Don't want to do something absolutely crazy and try jack up 3.5 inches, because there's lots of other supports that need to go in place here before any major jacking or lifting happens in any way, shape, or form, and that might be very limited over longer periods of time. But okay, everybody, jack posts are up and in place. We got a whole 4 of them there. There was only 1 here before. I definitely know, I definitely feel more comfortable now leaving and heading back to Calgary, knowing that the house is a little bit better supported. Yeah, heading back to Calgary. This is kind of a sad time. I'm leaving Emily behind, but I'll be back. I absolutely will be back with the rest of the family and all of our gear. I just want a huge shout out to all the amazing people in this town that has made coming here that much more special. I'm even more excited to move here than I was before after spending this last couple of weeks here. I want to thank all the people that I bumped into in lineups at Canadian Tire, Foodland, and everywhere around town as people recognize us because they're watching and following along. So if you are watching and you have not subscribed, please, 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 please subscribe. Just hit that little subscription bell or subscription button down below. Make sure you like this video, because then that just spreads it out to more people on YouTube and they can follow along on the journey and learn about what an amazing place this is. My gosh. I've taken all kinds of short little videos and posted them on TikTok. This is a stunning place. If you've not had the chance to come here and visit, it must go on your bucket list. I'm so glad to be calling this place home really, really soon, and to share more stories about what it's like living in a 125-year-old house that we're restoring, and to tell all the fantastic stories here on the southwest coast of Newfoundland. Stay tuned. Say goodbye, Emily. See you next time.